it's a very unfortunate situation when you come in here in the various ghettos that we visited. We've spoken to a lot of women out there, and our brothers have opted to speak to us, so desperate to speak to us. In other words, to speak to the world about the condition in which they find themselves at the moment. They find that we'll do an all-round conversation. How did we get here?
Jamestown. Remember Kai Tudu. And I cookie. Fiafia board. 1999 Babiene.
1999. It's been years. 30 plus years. And over the minute we use all. All right, like I told you, if somebody says intrate, it means that the person uses cocaine or crack, and then the tie is the heroin. I've said this again and again. Yes. The feel weak. Okay, Uncle, Kawaii. Over no I
was speaking English.
Okay, so you're speaking. The interesting part, this is on the lighter note, you know. When we came here, he almost fought us because he said we were extorting them and all of that. But he got to understand what we really are doing, and he understands now that the idea is not to extort anybody, but to get them to speak or to tell their untold story to the world about what they are actually experiencing or going through as far as their addiction is concerned. How did it start?
I started this life on 2005.
2005.
Yeah, since
so it's been 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years.
Okay.
Since I came to Ghana, I have not went back to Nigeria.
Oh, you are Nigerian?
Yes. So what we're asking government to help, to render help to her, because when this catch your blood, if it goes into your blood, that's what they call taking. If you wake up in the morning, if you can't take it, you cannot be able to do anything.
Okay.
So the taking is very, very hard. And the most important thing is that we want accommodation where we can be able to stop this. So if you don't have accommodation, where if you eat,
you want rehab.
Yeah, if you can see rehab to the junkies, that is very nice. The rehab that is coming now, when he goes there, then paid money. It was before they are going free.
Okay.
But junkie, we don't have the money to pay to the rehab. If the government will want that or implement that to us, we will be very, very happy.
It's quite a very sad moment. You know, my information is that most of the rehab centers out there are charging so much.
So high.
Now, it may not be their fault, because what goes into rehab, the feeding, the boarding, the treatment in terms of the detoxification, and a whole lot goes into rehabilitation. So it may not be their fault that they are charging that much, but I believe strongly that the government institutions such as Pantine, Accra Rehab, and other places like that, the information I'm getting also about these government-owned rehabilitation centers is heartbreaking. That the amount that is being charged there is quite huge. That these brothers of ours and sisters of ours out there on the street are not able to afford. You know. So have you ever been to some of these rehabilitation centers?
When I attempted to go to rehabilitation, the price they called to me, I cannot afford the money. That was the reason why I remained here. And that was the reason why. Assuming the money was very low, I should have gone to rehab, because most of us want to stop the drug, and most of us want to make free on this. Because what we are passing through here, when you enter into this, you forget about your children, even though home. So want government to help us and think about this and help a lot of people that want to help themselves.
So you see, the thing is that it's not as if they don't want to come out of the drugs. Every single soul that is using drugs today, at certain point in time, really wants to come out of the substance. But the amount involved. So we're using this occasion to call on government, stakeholders, all persons out there that are capable of coming through for these brothers of ours and the sisters of ours out there. who really are swimming and struggling as far as their addiction is concerned to come to their aid. We also encourage government as we speak now. I'm sure you are hearing and listening to us now. Please, our people out there really need help. Now, at this point, it's not as if they are bad people. No, they are not. Because you see, it's been this what my position has always been. If these ones out there really had a video demonstration of what it's going to be like today, I'm sure most of them wouldn't have started at all. Boss, tell us your story.
She sometimes jo sometimes karata lo woni femo wakabote she ko okwe subane wanwo ba to bo awon she ko na shika pone che o kafe enoko na gbe ko sele le woni de no na ko lo ba sele won ko chotu mo ilache to ni mi meju e wo bote mi we mo na ni wo laji wo kume wo laji wo no fiano ti won pa onupa e government e fana me wawo to la ka rema ko ti me na shika gbo abacha mo what someone was chaki, she chaki mo be mo kule ba wawo o ton government wawo.
You see, there's something that when I came in here, I picked up. I spoke to a few of the pushers, and the interesting part is that there's no single pusher that wants a single soul to die. Much as they are doing their own, business, some of them are my guys, my friends. I should say my friends because, at this time, they have become my friends. When I come here, they open the doors, they embrace us, they even organize them for us to talk to them. And this is a clear indication that even they don't want anybody to die in their addiction, But I want to really use this occasion, just as you already have heard, that these ones really want to stop using these substances, but the help is not there. Boss, tell us your story.
My story is, it's like a lot of people stigmatize those who the addicts, you understand. The addiction is a problem. No one would have wanted to be an addict,
exactly,
you understand, but it's gotten to that stage. It's not that easy. It causes a lot of problems. There are so many points which will disturb the economy. First of all, it will increase crime. A lot of them will become destitute. Personally, most of them can't take care of their children and other things. Most of them are professionals who have the real skill to work, but then it becomes a waste.
Yeah.
You understand? So the blame factor of this man is an addict, this man is an addict, wouldn't solve the problem. The solution is what is important. You understand? They should try to get a solution to the problem to help we the addicts. You understand? To come out of this thing.
So she's mentioned something that I think should come to the notice of authorities out there. I have been in several seminars where this thing has been mentioned, stigmatization as one of the problems that is actually getting people deeper into the addiction. It's really precipitating the use of substances out there for our brothers and sisters. And I think that it has to, something has to be done about it. But you see, there's something about stigmatization. There's this quote by Mrs. Roosevelt, the former lady of the USA. He says that nobody can make you feel inferior without your permission. In other words, nobody can stigmatize you and get into you without your permission. In other words, you need to respond to the stigmatization in order to be stigmatized, And one of the things I have seen, I am speaking from experience as one-time drug addict myself, where I stand. I have been here in those days for over 19 years. I was sleeping around. I mean, like so many of the guys out there. But one thing that comes through, or that's really got me to stop this, situation, stop this, addiction, or one thing that brought about the turning point for me was stigmatization. I'm not encouraging it, but at the point I realized that how long am I going to be stigmatized? It is the pain of stigmatization that led me to say no to this thing. I'm not saying it's that easy, but much as it is really bad, much as we don't encourage it, I think a time has come for us to use that as a weapon in order to work out our own recovery. Right. So, boss,
Yeah.
you want to talk to us? Look into the camera and tell the world how you feel.
1992 Nijeshi.
Ojenshi 1992.
Ofane.
I mean, no, we mo amento no owi ojoba.
Nijeshi check 92.
1992 elebe ni brown time, ke gomoza time. Na bia na le aketa yo.
Ta buele. Shinumwe.
Pie ba na. Ofane yo. Bia na aketa ke pinwe ba system mi.
Lele. Numu ebe nini efi o wa gbenele won paje le fai. Ona me ya me bua o. Etogbomo. No mde ntemi to nke ya. Ko ni anya na chake mi. Ori abeke bia ne no poni na maya.
Moko nyete moko chonwo enane efla ni umbra ne. Ofa ne teje nshi haten.
Dade ni titi mi
bibio.
Shi ni na le tomo.
Efe noko.
Mi wa ni te amo mi ge tin sawo. Chi ato no. Shi agbu ko mi tetanus. Ro yin e ba gbo. Shi ni ba agbeni gege ni sa ina ni ebe e wan e. Ro ni po yen no na ge na ni e ba fun. E fun ke ba nso e fe. Da gbege wan e yen ma na.
So, Boninale, let me speak this in Ghana. I'm sure a lot of authorities out there who are listening to us now understand Ghana. No could churching and if you within that time, no problem getting sawam. I'm him in few neighbor call it serious. Biane in a neighbor funkla ni ke na if you're machine being benokla or take a shot of you na near kedi or be interviewer na in a near fun. Ofane one more between was only work am me pia ya come be one like we kuma ekole ni ekole e brother ko jani this morning e brother small put na le po ye chen no push outside the body egbo mo agbo agbo no time say ke piun jo shian it's quite very traumatic. And what he's saying is that there are a lot of people, a lot of them that they themselves out in here, who are the gatekeepers here, have organized themselves and sent them home. And as soon as they get home, even some of their family members do not want to see them. Yes. In that, there are some properties at home, they think that once they come home and they are doing well, they will share those properties with them. So for them, they should go out there, use the substance or the drugs, and then die in the process. It's a very sad situation. And I've said in most of our counseling session that you do not know how people wish that you die until you stop using drugs. You know, it is when you use drugs that you realize that some people wanted you to die in your addiction. You know, so I think this brother wants to talk to us. He wants to tell us his story too.
Okay, it's 1993. I started a small drug.
Look into the camera
and the drug. Then ambition. And this me I want to stop the drug now. Any moment I'm now get myself. I don't try to stop the drug, but it's not easy.
No easy.
It's not easy.
Now, when you say it's not easy, how do you mean?
Okay, the taking is over too much. If I no smoke, I no fit.
It's a problem.
Yes.
You can't eat.
I don't eat. I don't.
You can't sleep.
I don't feel work.
You can't walk.
Yeah.
You feel weak.
Well, no be small.
Your eye too. So when I came here, a lot of the guys that I've seen here have eye problems, and not to talk about yours, you know, and his and many others that I've seen.
No get better rock.
Well, we'll come to that. But the most important thing is that you have a lot of issues that you need help.
Yes.
And so, I don't know. We can go on and on and on because as I speak, a lot of them are coming out and wanting to talk to us, wanting to tell the world about the problems they are going through, what they are experiencing, and they really need help. So we'll bring this to a halt for today, and we still would talk to government, we'll talk to authorities out there, we'll plead with various NGOs out there, we'll plead with individuals out there to come to the aid of these brothers and sisters of ours. They need help. Now tell them, look into the camera and tell them that you need help.
You need help. It's not our fault. You don't want to be in this kind of situation. The circumstances such that you blame us a lot, but it's not so. You understand? Consider our plight and just find a solution to this problem rather than basing upon the blame factor. You need help. That's it.
Thank you so much. Like I've said earlier, it is not their fault that they are doing drugs. If any of them had a video demonstration of how it's going to become and where they find themselves now, I'm sure many of them wouldn't have started. I'm sure you have heard their story, and I believe strongly that many of you out there are coming through for them. Thank you very much for watching, and subscribe to this very channel. God bless you, and see you another time. Bye-bye.